Welcome everybody to my very first video on You Can Learn to Play Guitar with Paul Rogers. Thank you so much for coming. What I really want to get out of this for everybody who wants to watch this is I'm looking for people who really just want to learn how to play. They don't know much about it, they don't know how to play it, but they want to learn to play guitar, play music for their family, for their friends, and maybe even go on to do some more advanced things and play for church or play for a band or anything like that, make music. And so I just want to help you get there. I've been playing guitar for, 25, 30 years now. I'm 41 years old, and I just feel like I want to get back. So I appreciate you signing in and being part of it. And we're just going to go right from the beginning here, okay? So there's a few things I wanted to share with you real quick before we get into actual guitar playing. I want to share with you what's on this guitar because we're going to be talking about things throughout these classes and these sessions. So I want you to know what I'm talking about. So first of all, up here we have our tuning pegs or machine heads. And these things up here, this is where the strings wrap into, and this is how you tune it. You tune it tighter to make the pitch go higher and lower to make it go lower. This is your fretboard and your neck, and these spaces in between the metal lines here. These are what we call frets. And so when I say put your finger on the third fret, 1, 2, 3, it's your third one in, right? Okay, so those are your frets. Down here is your bridge and your pegs, and that's where you put your strings in, okay? And so basically everything else in that, and this is a sound hole, everything else in that, pretty self-explanatory. This is your body. This is a Taylor. I bought this way back in 1998 when I was 16 years old. My grandfather passed away, and his wife, my grandmother, sold their house, and they gave each grandchild $2,000. So I was able to put $1,000 on this as a down payment and pay the rest off. So this guitar's old. It's seen some things. There's a big crack right here. You probably can't see it in the video, but right along here there's a crack. And there's little nuggets here and everything. It's been around. It means a lot to me, so I'm happy to play. All right, so that's just some little things. And as we get more and more involved in these videos, you'll get to know me more, and I'll get to know you more. But let's get into your first lesson. I want to help you understand how to play the very, very basics. And so I'm going to start off with giving you 3 chords to try and to keep trying. My next lesson will be taking each one of those chords and breaking them down even more. And then I'll start showing you how things flow together. But let's get you playing. Let's get you playing and hitting it up, okay? So I'm going to start off with the chords of G, the chord of C, and the chord of D, because those 3 chords can play many, many, many songs, and those are great chords to start off as a guitar player, all right? So first, the key of G. Now, when you're going to play the key of G, I'm going to show you to do something. This is what it's going to look like, just like this. It's going to sound like this, all nice and smooth. See that? However, when you play it, it's going to sound like this probably, okay? Don't freak out. We've all been there. So the biggest thing you want to learn about playing these chords is you're going to want to be hitting the strings with the tips of your fingers, okay? The tips of your fingers, right there. See? Focus. There you go. The tips of your fingers. I got all kinds of calluses on there. So the tips of your fingers are where you're going to want to put it on here. So you don't want to hit the chord, the strings with these parts of your fingers here, because that's going to create a lot of like carryover. You're going to have it on one. You might have that string covered, but this string next to it is going to sound all muddy and it won't sound good. So you need to curl your hands up. So that's good exercise, is curl your hands up. All right. So for the key of G, the chord of G, we're going to be using these 3 fingers, just these 3, and I'll show you other ways to do it another time, but just for now, these 3, okay? Your pointer finger, your middle finger, and your third finger, and your ring finger, okay? So what we're going to do is we are going to go, all right, to the middle fret, the third fret, 1, 2, 3. We're going to put our middle finger on the lowest string, which is here, which is an E, okay, on the lowest string, and we're going to put it and curl it on the top, all right? And what's going to sound like by itself is this. Pretty awful. Not what it is, okay? That's not all we got to do. Your second finger, which is your pointer finger, is going to go on the second fret, 1, 2, and it's going to go right on the second string here, or the 5th string technically, but we'll get into that later. But right here on the second lowest string, which is an A string. So you're going to have your middle finger right here, your pointer finger right next to it on the next fret over, one string down, and then your ring finger is going to stretch all the way down to the 3rd fret, same fret as your middle finger, opposite string right on the bottom, okay? Boom. And that's going to be your G chord, and it's going to sound like this. Okay? So you're going to do that. You're going to play that chord over and over and over again. Now that's stretchy. It's going to sound like, again, it's going to sound like this to start. But you just got to stretch your fingers out, get them where they need to go, and that'll give you a nice G, okay? And I would practice this. You take it, you grab a guitar pick, and you just stroke down. Stroke down. Now if it sounds like this, you keep practicing. Curl your hands more, you know. Cup it in here with your thumb and your index finger right up there. And then use that kind of as a pivot point in order to, you know, rather than having it so flat, you curl it around more so it's more from the top down. All right? Just keep doing that over and over and over and over again, and you're going to get yourself a good, smooth sounding G. All right? The next chord is a little more tricky, but it's a very important one. It's the C. All right? And for the C, it's going to be a little bit different. Again, I'll have the diagram on the other side, so you'll be able to see it. But you're going to take your pointer finger, and you're going to go all the way down to the B string, which is this 2nd string from the highest, right here. Okay? And you're going to go to the 1st fret. So 1st fret is right here. You're going to go all the way down to the 2nd string. You're going to curl it up there, and that'll give you a C. So even if you hit those bottom three strings just with that alone, that gives you a C. But we're going to add the middle finger now in the 2nd fret on this 3rd string or the 4th string, depending on which direction you want to look at. It's the D string right there. So 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4. This string right here. Middle finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string. And that sounds like a D. That sounds like a C. All right? Now, the last one we got to add to that is our ring finger, and this is the bigger stretch for you, but don't worry, you'll get to it, is your ring finger to the 3rd fret on that 2nd string, that 5th string, that A string, right there. See that? And that's your C, right like that. There it is. So you got your C. Now, same thing with that. It's probably going to sound like this when you play it. That's okay. Curl it. Get those tips in there. Push them down. It's going to hurt a little bit, but you know what? You'll get used to it, and it won't hurt at all. And then you'll make a sweet sound. And the same thing I want you to do. I want you to practice going G, and then do the same thing with C. Down, 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 down. And then when you start making the sound smooth, then you can practice going back and forth. See that? Now there's easier ways to do this, but we're going to show you that later. You learn how to do this fast, it's going to help you with all of your technique. All right? And the 3rd and final chord I want to show you before we wrap it up for today is called a D chord. Again, we're going to tell you all about how these chords go together in a later video, but for now, let's just get playing. All right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take our pointer finger, 2nd fret, and we're going to go to the G string, which is from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, the 3rd string from the bottom. Okay, you see that one I'm wiggling right there? Again, it'll be over here. We're going to put that right here on the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, and this is a little tighter. You put the middle finger on the 1st string, the highest one, on the 2nd fret, so right underneath it. So these ones you're going to have to be able to be kind of wide with this. You got to kind of curve it a little bit so you can put them both together. And right now it doesn't sound quite right. It's weird. Now you got to take your ring finger, go to the 3rd fret, and then you're going to hit that B string, which is the 2nd one right here. It's going to go right there. You see that? Now you hear it. Sounds way better. So that's your D chord, all right? You're going to be playing your D chord. Same thing. Now, the only difference with the D chord than the other ones, the C, I'll have to tell you this in a second as well, but the D chord, you do not want to play the first 2 strings. So what you can do is just practice starting right from the D string, which is this 4th one of the middle ones, and you just push it down. Just push it down so it's just hitting that. And a pro tip is you can also use your thumb up here. When you feel comfortable down here, a pro tip is you can curl it over the top so it mutes. See that? I'm muting the top too. so don't hit it. And then that'll help you out as well. But you want to really practice being able to just hit those 4 strings that you want, all right? Same thing with the C. We are on the C. You don't want to strike this E note, this lowest E string. You want to start right from the A string, which is the 5th string, and go all the way down, okay? All right? So, I want you to practice your G, just like this, your C, and your D, just like that. And that will get you the makings of your very first song. And I believe in you. I believe you can play guitar, and I want to help you get there. So thank you so much for signing in today. Please like and subscribe. Send a comment, any questions you have about it. I'll do my best to answer it. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.